Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about the types of distribution strategies. This is one very important topic from marketing management subject. Now, first of all, if we look at the distribution, what does this mean? So, this distribution it is the spread of the products throughout the marketplace, so that the consumers who are present in the market can easily reach your product and consume that. So this distribution it makes your product accessible to the customers. Here we if we look here, the operational success of a company, it depends not only how well the company is performing in terms of production, in terms of sales, but this is also going to depend on how well its entire channels of distribution compete with its rivalries who are present in the market. We see like some companies, they may produce the best product in the market, but still they are not performing well in the market. Why? The reason is simple: the dealers who are present in the market, they are poorly performing against the rivalries of that company. So we have this distribution channel, or we have something which we call this as a marketing channel. What this is actually, it's a set of interdependent organizations which are involved in the process of making a product or service available for use or consumption by the consumer or business. This is what we say marketing channel is. Here this statement is enough to understand how important the distribution is for a company. We say this distribution, it can either make a company or break it. So this is very enough statement here that can help us in understanding the importance of distribution. So as I said, we can produce any qualitative product in our company, but if that is not consumed, or if we say if that is not reaching the marketplace on time, the consumers fail to consume our product, and hence that is going to break our company. So this distribution system, this is going to help a company to sell more of its products. All right. In if we talk of this FMCG sector, or FM, this fast moving consumer goods industry in India, especially companies distribute their low value and high volume products to over 1 million retail outlets or points of sale. The most successful FMCG companies have the biggest network. So here this is very simple for us to understand why these FMCG companies have become successful. It is because they have biggest distribution channels, and those are made of factories. Those are made of stock points, or distributors, or C&F, that is carrying and forward agents, wholesalers, retailers, and finally consumers. So nowadays we see the direct marketing is also considered as a feasible distribution channel. Fine. So here only we can understand how important a distribution channel is for any organization. Other than this, the distribution channel is going to perform some of the vital functions for an organization. It may provide information about the market to the company. It may also help in promotion, because we have different intermediaries in the distribution channel who can help us in promoting our product. Then contact is there. Then important here is the breaking bulk, right? Then supply in assortments, price negotiation, physical distribution, risk taking, selling, financing, and those are very important layer. So these are a few functions which are performed by any distribution channel. So let us come to the next point, that's distribution intensity. What does this distribution intensity mean? So distribution intensity means how widely a product will be distributed. Marketers want to achieve the ideal market exposure, determining distribution patterns. So we have to make it sure that our product is widely available in the market. It is available in most of the places in the market, so that our customers may not confront any problem in accessing to our product. Alright, so we have to make sure that we make our product available to our customers without overexposing and losing money, right? So to achieve market exposure, this is a very important for the marketers. They must determine distribution intensity. So we have these distribution intensities, which is of 4 types here. One is exclusive distribution, then selective distribution, then intensive distribution, and finally we have integrated distribution. Let us understand them one by one. So first of all, intensity of channel structure. If we first look at the channel intensity, what does this mean? It means the number of intermediaries at each level of marketing channel. Here we have on the one side, one extreme side, we have intensive, and the other side we have exclusive, and in between we have selective. When we talk of intensive, we have all possible intermediaries present in the market. Then if we talk of the exclusive, we have just one intermediary. When we talk of selective, we have relatively few intermediaries in the market. In exclusive, we can have only one. So first we'll see about the intensive distribution channel, what this is, what this distribution strategy is. So here a company is going to use all suitable outlets to sell a product. So why a company does that? Why company is having most number of outlets to sell the product? The objective of that is to have a maximum coverage in the marketplace. Yes, the objective here is, the objective of this intensive distribution strategy is to have a complete market coverage, and the ultimate goal is to sell as many to as many customers as possible. That is why company is preferring to have more number of outlets, so that it is reaching to the maximum number of customers who are present in the market. So here, wherever a customer goes, he will definitely find out that product there, right? So producers of convenience products use this strategy. So this intensive type of strategy is used for convenience products. Now, what are these convenience products? These are those products, right, which consumers use frequently, and they won't spend much time in searching these products. They won't make much of research on that. So with minimum efforts and comparison, consumers are going to buy such products, which are called as convenience products. And here there is also low involvement, not high involvement. So if you see the examples of these, we have toothpaste, we have sugar, we have milk, we have soap, we have cigarettes, we have Coke, and we have Pepsi. Fine. Now we'll go to the next one, that is selective distribution. So in selective distribution, a limited number of outlets in a given geographical area are used to sell the product. So here we will have only limited number of outlets in a particular geographical area. Very important to select channel members that maintain the image of the product and are good credit risks, aggressive marketers, and good inventory planners. So we have to make sure we are going to select the channel members who are aggressive marketers, right, and who are good in planning about the inventory. So here the examples we have: Armani and Lucky brand. They sell their clothing only through top department stores that appeal to the affluent customers who buy its merchandise. It does not sell in a chain like a mega store or variety store. No, it will not do that. So here again, if we go to the other examples, here we have McDonald's. For example, will spot at least 8 to 10 outlets in any major city. Fine. Whereas a premium clothing brand like we have Gucci or this Versace will have maybe 3 to 5 outlets at premium shopping centers. Other examples here in this selective distribution channel, we have Adidas, we have Nike, we have like distributors for like television, fridge, then washing machines. Then if we go to the next one, that's exclusive distribution strategy. What this is: protected territories for distribution of a product in a given geographical area. Fine. So here business is going to maintain tight control over the product. So this is exclusive. Here the company is not, or the business is not going to give like control to many people, right? So there will be a few, there will be only one, actually if we talk of this exclusive distribution channel, we will have only one person or one distributor who is going to deal with the products of a company. For example, franchisor legally requires a franchisee to sell only the franchisor's product. So this is the example here for exclusive. So here we have Hyundai, like in any particular area, geographical area, we will have Hyundai. We will have like Maruti cars. Then we have like Louis Vuitton like stores. You will not find it everywhere in that geographical area. We have to take the franchise and then we are going to use that. Then we have last one here, that is integrated distribution strategy. Here manufacturers act as wholesalers and retailers for its own products, right? So manufacturer is going to himself act as a wholesaler, or he is going to himself act as a retailer for his own products. And we have the example Sherwin-Williams Paint. Then we have Merle Norman. Other examples are Ann Taylor. This sells its clothing in company-owned retail stores. This is what is the integrated distribution strategy. Thank you so much.